Welcome to Coffee Hour number 2. I may not get another chance to do a video tonight, so I'm going to make this right now. I don't ever want to hear anybody else coming at me about BJJ or any other martial artist without hearing this first. I've said this before, and yeah, I shit on BJJ all the fucking time. Alright? You're a martial artist and your martial arts, you need to understand that you need to be well-rounded in both. You can be a great martial artist, but you need to be well-rounded in one. You cannot just rely on one. So when I come at people about BJJ, don't fucking get mad at the truth. This came across my FYP on TikTok. And I want you guys to understand, when I'm bitching at you about BJJ, not just because I sucked at it, because it is not a very effective martial art when you are outnumbered. And this kind of can go for all martial arts. If you're good, but you're outnumbered, eventually you're going to get tired. So you can't just result on takedowns. You know, you have to actually know how to literally eliminate someone while you are on your feet. I'm a strong believer. If you take me to the ground, I fucked up and it's too goddamn late. Here.
I was leaving this bar here at EPTX, coming outside to the parking lot where he was essentially beat until he was unconscious. Now, the family we spoke with says that there were 2 other victims involved.
He carries himself with discipline and respect. He's not one to start fights. He's a caring, loving person, and he loves to help out his community and be there for his family.
Local jiu-jitsu instructor and MMA coach Jose Campuzano fighting for his life.
Attacking and rendering unconscious these other 2 victims, that were also attacked that night. And he just jumped in to help. That's who Jose is. And unfortunately, he got attacked and bombarded by this group of people.
The family says Jose was beaten until he was unconscious and was taken to Del Sol Medical Center Monday morning, where he's now in critical but stable condition. Martial arts instructor remains hospitalized.
Now, let me make this abundantly clear. I am not picking on this young man that has been beaten. I've been jumped before in my lifetime. I have won. I've been jumped more than once, and I have won each fight. And it's not because I'm grounded in just one martial art. I got jumped on my job once, I got jumped somewhere else once, and I got jumped somewhere else before that. Now, all these happened before I ever hit 21. So I'm going to tell you right now, I was well-rounded in my shit, which is why I know my shit. When I tell you something on Instagram, when I tell you something on YouTube, when I tell you something on TikTok, it's not because I'm looking for votes and looking for views and all this other shit. As a legit martial artist who you have no idea who I am, I am the guy who's going to tell you the fucking truth. Especially when it comes to a fight. Because when it comes to a fight will always be situational. It doesn't matter if the guy's bigger than you, it doesn't matter if the guy's smaller than you. You need to be well-rounded in your shit. You need to know exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, while you're going to do it, and you need to be able to adapt. You need to be able to fight in every situation. And if you're just doing BJJ, and you're just doing the ground and pound thing, you're dead. I kid you not. You are dead. You can shit on me about this if you want. You can shit on me on my Instagram page if you want. You can shit on me on my YouTube page if you want. But I'm going to tell you right now, rolling in a gym is okay. In the streets, the rules change. In a fight in the streets, there are no fucking rules. You will always be outnumbered. You will always have to worry about something else or someone else or some other object coming into play. This is shit that they did not teach me in the Army about BJJ. In the Army, they taught me side control, side mount, top guard, rear guard, bottom guard, all the shit that I suck at. But they never let me stand on my feet. Now, when we did the pugil things, as Drill Sergeant Haynes and them will tell you, I was rocking ass with the pugil things because it's a fucking giant bow staff. There's range with bow staves. Range weapons. Weapons are great if you can use them. Weapons are great if you can get to them. If you can't, you need to be the weapon. You need to have a good stand game. You need to have a good ground game. And I'm not knocking you. If you're good with BJJ, that's fine. I got nothing against BJJ and the person doing it. I have something against BJJ and me. I'm not good at it. Do I intend on getting better at it? Fuck no. Because BJJ ain't gonna help me. It ain't gonna help you either if you're coming against me. Because you have to, you have to get me on the ground to use it. I don't intend on going to the ground. And if I go to the ground, I got a good enough ground game from what I learned in Kung Fu as well as regular Jiu-Jitsu and Judo that I'm not going to be on that ground that long. Understand that. Fighting is not a game. Fighting is something that you need to take serious no matter what the situation is. You need to be prepared. You need to be ready. You need to adapt. You need to adjust, and you need to be well-rounded in every fucking fighting skill that you could possibly learn. You don't have to master... Excuse me. A little sick. You don't have to master them all, But you damn sure better master enough to keep your ass alive. So that anybody wants to come at me about BJJ, that example of that man helping someone is the example that I'm going to refer you to. Because you got to be able to grab me to put me in an armbar. You got to be able to take me down to put me in a toe hook or a heel hook. Because while we're standing up, that shit's not happening. I promise you, if you're coming at me and you try to sprawl, you're eating a knee. You're eating an elbow. The thing about street fighting is that there are no rules in a street fight. This man was jumped. Period. Whoever jumped him, he jumped in to help somebody who was getting jumped. And then all of them took a beating. So they were jumped. Which means 2 or 3 things happened. These guys was just like not real good, so they had to attack them in numbers, which is generally what happens in the streets, because most people who fight in the streets either can't fight or they don't need help, but they get help, or something. I wasn't there, so I don't really know. But I can tell you honestly off the bat, you need to rely on more than just ground and pound. Because if it's more than one guy and you grounding and pounding, you think someone's not going to pull you off that guy and start grounding and pounding you, getting on the ground is the worst fucking mistake that you can make in a fight. Anybody who has something against that, hey, you'll figure it out. Because I'm going to tell you right now, alright? Prime example. When Tito Ortiz was fighting standing up, he wasn't doing a lot of winning. When he was fighting ground and pound, he was doing winning. Because that was a cage fight. In a cage fight, you have a set of rules that you must follow. In the streets, I'm going to tell you firsthand, you don't want this fight to go to the ground. Because you may not be able to get that motherfucker off you. And it doesn't matter how much BJJ you know. Doesn't matter how much side control you know. If that motherfucker outweighs you or is stronger than you, there's a very good chance that you're probably going to get fucked up. So you need to know how to fight. You need to be well-rounded in all styles of martial arts. And you need to know that going in. Because the second that you don't know that shit going in, you're done. You're straight fucking done. You go against the right guy at the right place, at the right situation, at the right fucking time, that's your ass. You know, and everybody's going to come at me. So let me give you a piece of advice if you're going to come at me. You're going to come at me with this shit for my disrespect of BJJ or whatever the hell you want to call it. Let me put it to you politely, all right? And as polite as I possibly can. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm 47 years old. Now, you guys can go to everybody else that does these martial art videos, and they're going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth, all right? If I get you on the ground, I'm not going to stop. It's just that simple. If someone pulls me off of you, I'm going to hurt them, and I'm going to hurt you on the way off of you. Because I'm going to make sure one of y'all stays down while I take care of the business of the other one. I've been jumped by people before. I know my way around a fight. Half the people who you follow and you watch in martial arts, they're great. But half those people that you know are great, have probably never been in a fucking street fight. Oh yeah, I'm an MMA champion. And a champion can be beaten on the streets just like any other man. Alright? You're still a human. You can still be beaten. Don't think that you can't. If you can bleed, I can kill you. Phrase from Predator. That shit's not a fucking joke. That is exactly how I live. I don't fight you to be jumping around in victory. Yeah, I want victory. Yeah, no, fuck that. When I'm fighting you, I'm fighting to end your shit. I'm not fighting you for no fucking glory. I'm not fighting you for no bullshit. I'm not fighting you for an MMA championship or a UFC champion. No. I'm putting you through the goddamn ground, and I'm going to make sure that I do it while I'm on my feet. And I'm going to make sure that it is a permanent so that you don't come back for revenge. Understand? I ain't selling no wolf tickets here. I'm straight selling the end of your life tickets. I am not the guy that you want to fight. Period. If there is a wall, I'm going to spring off that wall and I'm going to Superman, Captain America, Bionic Man, punch the fuck out your shit. I'm going to bounce off that fucking wall. And if you've never seen no shit like that done before, that gives me a tactical advantage of fucking your shit up. I'm going to spring off the wall and I'm going to kick you. I'm going to do what I need to do to survive a motherfucking fight. Understand? When you fight to survive, you have a better chance of actually making it through a fight versus, oh, I'm going to beat your ass, I'm going to fight for a victory, and everybody's going to cheer my name. Not necessarily. You may win and still nobody might cheer your name. Know what the fuck you're fighting for. Now, this guy was trying to help people. He was a BJJ and mixed martial arts instructor. But your numbers, when you are outnumbered, you need to understand how things change in a fight. That's the whole reason why I use that video as an example, because you need to understand it. A fight changes like that. It's not like we're in wrestling where you know who's in control, and you know when the referee gives you the signal, you're gonna change the tide, and you're gonna go. I'm sorry if I ruined that for all y'all wrestling fans like myself, but you know who's gonna tap. Only the wrestlers already know how the story is gonna unfold in the ring. All right, but in real life, it doesn't work like that. There is no turning of the tides. If you're in the winning momentum side, you're gonna be in the winning momentum side until something happens, or you unconsciously knock the person that you're fighting out. And this is the thing, you know, doesn't matter how good you are with one style. Somebody might be better at another, and they may be better at the style that you're using, and that's going to fuck your shit up. So you need to be well-rounded in as many styles as you possibly can. Even if you don't know that style, know enough of it so that you can recognize it when they break it out on you, so that you can come right back at them whatever the fuck they throwing at you. Because if you can't, it's going to be a short fucking fight. And most street fights, I'm going to be honest, they don't last more than 3 to 5 minutes. It's not a timed thing. It is not something that, you know, the bell rings and everybody's around. No, you have so many things going on in a street fight. You have the crowd. You have the opponent. You have the opponent's friends who might try to jump in. So you need to be aware that somebody will jump you. Understand that if you've never been jumped before, then you've never been in a street fight. I can almost guarantee you've never been in a street fight. And if you're a martial artist out here and you talking shit and you think you've been in a street fight, no, you have not been in a street fight. I'm a Generation Xer. A real street fight where people got glass bottles, they breaking and coming at you, they got sticks with nails in them, those are street fights. Alright? The stuff that Terry Funk and Mick Foley and them did, those are street fights. Because those are what you bring in street fights. You know, a bag full of fucking tacks, but the tacks are protruding out of the bag. You're not going to dump them on the ground. No, they stay in the bag, and you whip them bitches around. Those are street fights. Those are the things I've been in. So those are the things you need to understand. When you are in a fucking street fight, the momentum changes. But it only changes if you can change it. If you're getting jumped, you need to be able to know what the fetal position is. You need to know what the cover-up position is. You need to be able to block your shit while you're on the ground, because people are going to stomp you. And you need to accept that this is going to happen. This is going to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you are getting attacked, you are getting attacked. And you are getting attacked on all sides. There is no, oh, well, I see this guy, but I don't see this guy. That's right. You don't see that guy. You don't see that guy. You don't see the guy behind him. That's 3-on-1. I've never been jumped by more than 2 people at a time. But I've been jumped. And I've won each time. So I'm telling you, you need to be well-rounded in all your shit. Your situational awareness needs to be up. Your adrenaline is going to take care of itself. Everything else is going to fall into place. But your ass better know your ground game, and you better know your standing game. If your standing game fails, you better have a good-ass ground game, and you better be able to recover. And you better know how to block. Most important thing about a fight is not how much you can throw, it's how much you can take back. And you better be able to block. You better be able to block. And if you're worried about these blocks not working, then you stick with the straight street fighting box. And if you're worried about them not working, may God have mercy on your soul. Thanks for watching. Get out there and make sure you learn more than one style of martial arts. Anybody got a problem with this video? Hey, take it up with Jesus. Because if you take it up with me, you're going to have a bigger problem than what you want. Thanks for watching. Kung Fu Epic number 2, BC and you. Damn it.